Hi guys, welcome back once again. This is Shrikant Rathod, your virtual trainer. In this video, we are going to discuss about the divisibility rule. This topic is mainly referred to the competitive exams which doesn't allow you to use a calculator. So today we're gonna see the divisibility rule related with the numbers which has been written, that is 2 till 29, the number which has been mentioned. So let's start with divisible by 2. All numbers ending with 2 or its multiple, that is 0, 4, 6 and 8 etc. are divisible by 2. If I take an example, let's take 124. As the last digit is 4, which is multiple of 2, so I can say 124 is divisible by 2. Without checking with the long division, you can, by looking at the end or the last digit of that number, you can say whether that number is divisible by 2 or not. If I take another example, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as 6 is the multiple of 2, I can say this number is divisible by 2. So in a simple word, if last digit is multiple of 2, so that number definitely divisible by 2. Alright, okay, let's move with the next. Divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. So what does it mean? Let's take an example. Let's take 1, 6, 5. Okay, sum of the digits. So 1 plus 6 plus 5. So 1 plus 6 plus 5, what we are getting here? This is 12. And 12 is the number which is multiple of 3, or I can also say 12 is the number which is divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits are multiples or divisible by 3, then that number is definitely divisible by 3. Let's take one more example. If I say 1, 4, 3, if you add this number, what happens? 1 plus 4 plus 3, the sum is 8. Look at 8 is not a multiple of 3. That's why 143, that is 143, is not divisible by 3. Okay, this is how just we verify, right? Let's move to the next. Divisible by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if its last two digits forms a number that is divisible by 4, no matters how long the number is. If the last two digits of that numbers are divisible by 4, or the last two digit of that number forms a multiple of 4, then that entire number is divisible by 4. Let's take an example. If I write 2166, look at here, the last two digits are not 66 is not a multiple of 4, so that's why 2166 is not divisible, right? Divisible by 4. If I write the something 2116, yes, look at 16 is multiple of 4, so I can say 2116 is divisible by 4. Alright, so I can take another example, 3508. Yes, 08 is also a multiple of 4, so these both the numbers are divisible by 4. Alright, let's do with the divisibility of 5. This is the simplest one. A number is divisible by 5 if the number is ending with either 0 or 5. So I can say any number ending with 0 or 5, those are always divisible by 5. If I write an example, 125, as the number is ending with 5, or I can say 1330, number ending with 0. Any number which is ending with 0 or 5, those are divisible by 5, right? Let's move next. Divisible by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. The number should be divisible by 6 if and only if that number should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Let's take example. If I take, let's take 132, isn't it? Let's see 132. As the number is ending with 2, it is divisible by 2. Then how do we check now for the 3? 1 plus 3 plus 2. So the entire result is going to be 6. As the number is ending with 2 and their sum is 6, so I can say 132 is divisible by 6. Let's take another example, 123. So as the last digit is not a multiple of 2, even though this is divisible by 3, but it is not divisible by 2. If it's divisible by one number and it can't be divisible by other, then we can say that this number is not divisible by 6. To become divisible by 6, it has to get divided by both, or that is how we would say. Okay, let's move to the next. Yeah, this is quite different from the whatever we discussed. When I can say a number is divisible by 7, to determine if a number is divisible by 7, take the last digit of the number, double it and subtract the result from the remaining number. You have to take the last digit of the number, double it, meaning multiplied by 2, and whatever the result you are getting, you have to subtract that result from the remaining number. If the result after subtraction is evenly divisible by 7, or I can say if the result after subtraction is multiple of 7, then definitely that number is divisible by 7. This may need it to be repeated several times. So this is the way how we check. Now let's take a simple example. Let's take 3101. Let's check whether this number is divisible by 7 or not. As per the rule, we have to take the last digit, double it, double meaning multiply by 2. I'm getting the result here as 2. This result 2 I have to subtract from the remaining number, that is 310. If you do 310 minus 2, what happens? 308, right? So again still I don't know whether 308 is divisible by 7 or not. I have to repeat the same step. So take the last number, that is 8, double it, 8 times 2, that is 16. Now subtract this 16 from the remaining number, that is the 30 has left. So do minus 16. So 30 minus 16, I get the result here as 14. Yes, 14 is a multiple of 7. So I can say 3101 is divisible by 7. Got it? This is how we check. Let's take another example. So let's take example number 2. Let's take the bigger number. If I say 13468, let's take. Rule is same. Always I have to take the last digit, double it, 8 times 2, it's gonna be 16. Subtract that 16 from the remaining number, minus 16. If you do, 6 minus 6 is 0, 4 minus 1 is 3, this 3 as it is and this 1 as it is it? So now let's take the last digit, 0 times 2 is just a 0. Subtracting any 133 minus 0, that gives a 133 itself. Now again follow, take the last digit here, that is 3. 3 times 2, that gives you 6. Now 13 minus 6, so what we get? 13 minus 6 is 7. So I can say that 13468, that is 13,468 is divisible by 7. This is the way how you check it. Alright, now let's move to the next. Divisible by 8. When we say a number is divisible by 8, if a number last 3 digits are multiples of 8, or I can say a number is divisible by 8 if its last 3 digits form a number that is divisible by 8, right? So let's take an example. So I say 3, 1, 2, 4, 8. Now look at here, 248 is divisible by 8. So that's why the entire number 3, 1, 248 is divisible by 8. Okay, let me write another example. 5, 4, 8, 56. As 8, 56, this is divisible by 8. So I can say both the numbers divisible by 8. Just simple, last 3 digits you have to take, and if those digits are multiples of 8, then the entire result is divisible by 8, right? Okay. Divisible by 9 is similar to that of the divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 9. If you add the individual digit and that result forms the number which is multiple of 9, then that entire result is divisible by 9. Let's take me a simple example here to show. Let's take 5, 6, 7. Add it, 5 plus 6 plus 7. What do you get? If the result is 18. As 18 is multiple of 9, so I can say 567 is divisible by 9, right? This is how we check. Now let's take another example. Let's take 1134, 1134. So add them, 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4. What we are getting here, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 1 8 plus 9. Yeah, this number the sum is 9, so this number is also divisible by 9. So a very important thing here is the number may appear in any order. It may appear as a 5 6 7, or it may appear as a 6 5 7, or it may appear as a 7 5 6. In any order, if their sum are multiple of 9, then 567, 657, 756, these all numbers are divisible by 9. So irrespective of in which order the numbers are appearing, but if their sum is multiple of 9, that entire result is divisible by 9. Alright, let's move next. This is the simplest of all. Divisible by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends in 0. Yes, if the any number ending with 0, no matter how big that number is, so that number is divisible by 10. So example, I can say 2300, as it is ending with 0, or 543420. This entire thing is divisible by 10 as it is ending with 0, and so on. Alright, so let's move next. Let's check the divisibility rule for 11. Sorry. If to check whether the number is divisible by 11 or not, if you sum every second digit and then subtract the result of the sum of all the digits and the answer is 0 or multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. So what does it mean? Let's take one example. So with example you understand the better. Let me write a number. Let's take 9488699. This is a very big number. How do I know whether this number is divisible by 11 or not? As they say, if you sum every second digit means every alternate digit. So I can say 4, 8 and 9. So if you sum 4 plus 8 plus 9, what is the result we are getting? 21. And then sum the other remaining digits. So what are the digits left? 9, 8, 6, 9. So 9 plus 8 plus 6 plus 9. What is the entire result we are getting? This one add up to give you 32. you have to take the difference between this. You can take the 32 minus 21, or you can also say the 21 minus 32. No matter, your answer is either negative or positive. We are not looking at whether the negative or positive. We are just looking whether the result after doing the subtraction with the number is multiple of 11 or not, isn't it? So I can say 32 minus 21, the result is 11. Then I can say this number is divisible by 11. This is how you check. Okay, let's take another example. Let's take the another simple example. Let's take the number example 2. Let me take 1 3 5 7 4. Okay, and take the alternate number 3 plus 7. So you have to take 3 plus 7. The result is 10. Take the other number, sum of the other number. Take it 1 plus 5 plus 4. What do you get? 1 plus 5 plus 4. Again the result is 10. If you take the difference 10, if you take the difference 10 minus 10, so your result is 0, and 0 is a multiple of 11. Any numbers we can say are multiples of 0, so we can say that the number 13,574 is divisible by 11. This is the way how you check the number is divisible by 11. All right, now let's move to the next. Divisible by 12. If the number is divisible by both 3 and 4, then it is also divisible by 12. It's similar to like how did we check for the which number? 6, isn't it? To check the number is divisible by 6, we checked with the 2 and 3. But to check whether the number is divisible by 12, we have to check whether that number is divisible by 3 and also by 4. It should be get divisible by both. If it is getting divisible by 3 and not by 4, or it's getting divisible by 4 and not by 3, then that number is not divisible by 12. Okay, let's take the simple example. Let's take, if I say 324, isn't it? So if you look at the sum of that number, 3 plus 2 plus 4, what we are getting? 3 plus 2 plus 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 9. As the sum is multiple of 3, so this number is divisible by 3. And to check the number is divisible by 4, as I told, if the last two digit of that number are multiple of 4, so 24 is multiple of 4, so that's why we can say 324 is divisible by 4. Sorry, divisible by it's divisible by 12. All right, this is how you check. Let's move to the next. Divisible by 13, because to check the number whether divisible by prime numbers like 7, 11, 13, 17, they are quite different than the other numbers. All right, so not to worry. Let's see. To determine if a number is divisible by 13, take the last digit of the number, multiply that number by 4 and add to the remaining number. Whatever the result you are getting after multiplying, that result you have to add to the remaining number. If the result is evenly divisible by 13, or if the result is multiple of 13, then the number is definitely divisible by 13. This may need to be repeated several times if the number is larger. Okay, now let's take one example. 3, 5, 2, 4, 3. Okay, condition is take the last digit of the number, multiply by 4. The last digit of the number here is 3. 3 times 4, the result is 12, and add this 12 to the remaining number. So you have to add this 12 to the remaining number, that is 12. So leave this, okay, ignore this 3 and you have to add it to the remaining number. So now 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3, 5 and 3 as it is. Again repeat the same step. Take the last digit here, that is 6, times by 4. 6 times 4, what we get? 24. Add this 24 to the remaining number, that is 24. 3 plus 4 is gonna be 7, 5 plus 2 is gonna be 7 and 3 as it is, right? Again take the last digit here, 7 times 4, it's gonna be what? 28. So add that 28 to this number. 7 plus 8, it's gonna be 15, carry 1. 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 2 6. See, 65 is multiple of 13, so I can say 35,243, or this number is divisible by 13. Okay, you have to carry the same steps. Take the last digit, multiply by 4 and add that result to the remaining till you get the finite number, till you make any decision. So keep repeating it, so that's at the end you will be knowing whether that number is divisible by 13 or not. Okay, let's take another example. Let me take another example here. Example 2. Let's check. So I have a number that is 52381. All right, so let me repeat in the same way. Let's take the last digit, multiply it by 4. 1 times 4, that gives me the result as 4. Add that 4 to the remaining. 8 plus 4 is gonna be 12, carry forward at 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 as it is, the 5. Take the last digit again, 2 times 4, that gives me 8. Add this 8 to the other numbers. 4 plus 8 is 12, carry forward at 1. 1 plus 2 is 3 and 5 as it is. Again take the last digit here, 2 times 4, it's 8. Add this 8 to this. 3 plus 8, it's gonna be 11, so carry 11 for 1, carry forward at 1. 1 plus 5 is gonna be 6. Look at that last digit here is 60, like we end up with the 61, and 61 is not a multiple of 13. So I say the number, this number 52381 is not divisible. Okay, not divisible by 13. This is how you conclude. All right, let's move to the next. Let's check with whether the number is divisible by 17 or not. Okay, to check whether the number is divisible by 17 or not, take the last digit of the number, multiply by 12. Same step. In the previously we were multiplying by 4. In this case we have to multiply by 12 and repeating the same way, and add the result to the remaining number. If the result after addition is evenly divisible by 17, or if the result after addition is multiple of 17, then the number is divisible by 17. This may need to be repeated several times. So to check whether the divisible by 17, I have to multiply last digit with 12, and the result we have to keep adding, like how did we do for the 13th one, right? Okay, let's take one example. If I take 18479, okay, 18479. So take the last digit of this number, 9 times 12, that gives you 108. Add this 108 to the remaining number, that is 108. Add it. 7 plus 8 is 15, carry forward at 1. 1 plus 4 is gonna be 5. 8 plus 1 is gonna be 9, and this 1 as it is, right? Take again the last digit here, the 5 times 12. 5 times 12 is 60. Add this 60 to the remaining numbers. 60, 5 plus 0 is 5, 9 plus 6 is 15, carry 1, we got it as 1 plus 1 is going to be 2, that is 255. Still we are not able to make any decision, so repeat the step. Take the 5 times again 12, which gives you the result as 60. Then what we need to do is add the 60 to the remaining plus 60. What happens here? 5 plus 6 plus 2 is 8, 85. So look at here, 17 is multiple of, sorry, 85 is multiple of 17. So that's why I can say this number is divisible by 17. Even though if you don't know whether this 85 multiple of 17 or not, you have to repeat the same step. I can carry forward it again. 5 times 12, that gives me 60, and add the 60 to the remaining number, that is 8 plus 60. So that is the 8 plus 60. The entire result is gonna be 68. So this 68 is definitely the multiple of 17, right? This is how you check. All right, now let's move to the next type. Let's see the divisibility rule by 19. To determine if a number is divisible by 19, take the last digit of the number, multiply by 2, I'm repeating the same steps, and add the result to the remaining number. If the result after addition is evenly divisible by 19, or if the result after addition is multiple of 19, then that entire number is divisible by 19. This may needed to be repeated several times. Okay, let's take, so here with the 19 we are repeating the steps by multiplying the end digit by 2. Let's take one example. Can say 10108. Let's take an example, 10108. So take the last digit of this, that is 8 times 2, because every time we have to multiply by 2 here. The result is 16. Add the 16 to the remaining number, that is, add it. 0 plus 6 is 6, 1 plus 1 is going to be 2, 1026. All right, so again repeat the step. Take the last digit, that is 6, times it by 2, you'll be getting the result here as 12. Add this 12 to the remaining number, so 12. So what are you gonna get? 2 plus 2 is 4, 0 plus 1 is 1, and that 144. So still we don't know whether that 144 is multiple of 19 or not. Repeat the step. Take the last digit, times by 2, so 4 times 2 it's gonna be 8. Add that 8 to the remaining, 11 plus 8, that gives you 19, isn't it? So as the end result is multiple of 19, so 10108, this number is divisible by 19. All right, so this is the way of checking. No matter how big the number is, you have to repeat in this way to check whether it is divisible by 19 or not. All right, now let's move to the next. Divisible by 23. When we can say the number is divisible by 23, again I'll be repeating the same step. To check whether the number is divisible by 23 or not, take the last digit of the number, multiply by 7, and add the result to the remaining number. If the result after addition is evenly divisible by 23, or if the result after addition is multiple of 23, then the number is divisible by 23. Otherwise it's not. Okay, to check this we may need to repeat the several times. All right, let's take one example. Let me take a simple example to show. Let's take 5635. To check whether this number is divisible by 23 or not, take the last digit, that is 5, times it by 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Add this 35 to the remaining number, that is 35. 3 plus 5 is 8. 6 plus 3 is 9 and the 5 as it is. Alright. Again, take the last digit of that number, that is 8, times by 7. 8 times 7, that gives you 56, isn't it? So add this 56 to the remaining number, that is 59. What we get? 9 plus 6 is gonna be 15. So 5 carry forwarded 1. And what we are getting here? 1 plus 5 plus 5. So we are getting it as, what we are getting here? Sorry, 1 plus 5 plus 5, we are getting it as 11, isn't it? So we got it like 115. So again I have to repeat the same. Take the last digit. 5 times 7, that gives you 35. Add this to the remaining one, plus 35. So 1 plus 5 is 6 and 1 plus 3 is gonna be 4. So 46. 46 is 23 times 2. So 46 is divisible by 23, or 46 is a multiple of 23. Then I can say 5635. This number is divisible by 23. This is how we check. Alright. So let's move to the last type of the number for the today's class. To check whether the number is divisible by 29 or not. So I have to repeat the same again. Take the last digit of the number, multiply by 3 and add the result to the remaining number. If the result after addition is evenly divisible by 29, or if the result after addition is multiple of 29, then that number is divisible by 29. If it is not multiple of 29, then it won't be divisible, right? Let me take a simple example again. 3, okay, this is the number. Let me check whether this number is divisible by 29 or not. So repeat the steps. Take the last digit of the number, multiply it by 3. So 9 times 3 gives me 27. Add 27 to the existing one. So 9 plus 7, that gives you 16. So 6 carry forwarded 1. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 5, 1 as it is. Again take the last digit, that is 6 times 3. We're gonna get the result as 18. Add this 18 to the remaining. 6 plus 8, 14. So 14 is a 4, carry forwarded 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 1 is gonna be 7 and 1 as it is. Alright. Take the last digit 4 again. 4 times 3 gives you 12. So add this one to the existing one. So 17 plus 12, what we get? 7 plus 2, it's 9. 1 plus 1 is 2. So look at the end result, what we got. This is the multiple of 29 or the simple 29. So I can say this number is divisible by 29. Alright. So I just tell you the one thing to check whether the given number is divisible by whatever the number they are asking you to. The one universal way is you just need to do the long division to check. But if the numbers are very big or the very large, so it's difficult or it will take a longer time to go with the long division compared to this. So this is the easier compared to the doing the long division. You may get mixed with those, because here we have to follow the similar pattern to check with the numbers. Taking the last digit, multiply by, just remember to check the divisibility rule for what number you are checking. And check, look, remember with which number you should multiply the last digit and repeat the steps, right? So that makes the more easiest. All right, that's it for the today's class. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel so that you will be aware of the more videos which I am going to update. Okay, thank you so much.